perhaps an uncharacteristically terse poem from the poetic genius of one Robert Frost. Welcome to Strip Cover Lit, where we squeeze the bigger picture out of literature. I'm Adrian Ford, and we are here for another poetry discussion, which will appear in three separate playlists here on the channel. Number one being the Poetry Discussion playlist, now careening towards 600 videos strong. Number two being the Reading in a Winter Wonderland playlist, a playlist in December of 2024, where we are celebrating the literature of the cold. And number three being the Robert Frost playlist here on the channel. The poem in question today is called Dust of Snow, and it reads as such. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. Does that make any sense? Snow getting plunked on your head makes your day better? Let's read it one more time. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. I think that birds and writers actually have a little bit of a sacred bond between them. Going back to Egypt, it was the ibis who provided the god Thoth with his head. Thoth was, yes, the god of wisdom, the god who was responsible for basically time being able to be kept, responsible for the usefulness of the night, if you will, but also responsible for writing. So there is a bit of a bond between the aerial creatures as well as the writers themselves, whose minds are aflutter. But here is the thing with this poem. Crows are very intelligent. Crows instigate. There's a video you can find online, I'm sure, of someone recording a crow starting a fight between two cats. There were two cats, one facing this way, one facing this way. There was a crow. The crow would peck on this cat's butt, making it look this way. The crow's on this side of the cat, not this side of the cat. So picking its butt here, making the cat look here, this cat sees that cat. And it would scream at the other cat and go back to what it was doing. So the crow on the other cat, making him look over here, not seeing the crow, starting a fight between the two cats. Crows love to instigate between other animals. Crows are very intelligent. They understand the idea of water displacement. This is one of the most mind-blowing things that I have ever learned about birds. They would provide crows with a cylinder. You got to be careful how you mime a cylinder on the internet, but a cylinder with water in it, just low enough that the crow could take little sips. But once the crow got past where it could get those little sips, it would take a rock and place it in the cylinder. The rock would fall in the cylinder, placing the water or forcing the water level to rise. Then the crow can take more sips. Placed another rock, water will rise, the crow can take more sips. Crows understand water displacement. So I think basically what the poem is saying here, I was having a crappy day. I went out and it was cold, it was snowy, and snow fell on me from above, from a tree. I looked up, and there was a crow in that tree that had shook the branch and forced the snow on top of me. The crow was screwing with him, was instigating him. Now, this may seem to be a bad thing, right? Somebody screwing with you, the way that crow screwed with those cats, starting a fight, making them mad at each other, and then flying away once he had witnessed the fight that he wanted to see. That's not really how people work. So there is an understanding between animals and people that we're the smart ones. We run things. We're the dominant species. Speciest, we are. We run things here, and you will take your seat. Crows, they don't like us so much. They don't let us run things all the time. Crows will make so there's a lot of speculation that these old stories of haunted woods were crows making human-like noises in order to get responses out of people, see what's going on. They hear people talking to each other in these ways. Those people get along. Those people share food. Maybe if we make those same noises, the people will share the food, but they make the same noises and end up scaring the crap out of people. This crow, screwing with our speaker here, he's one of your old buddies. Every time you think you're in charge of the friend group, somebody pipes up. Every time you take yourself too seriously in the friend group, somebody pipes up. They'll take you down a couple notches. This is one of the only functions of male friend groups. We have to bust each other's balls. We have to get the other person, the other people in the group on the same page by basically making everyone know no one's above the group. No one is the better man. We're all here as equals. And the minute you take yourself too seriously, somebody is going to make fun of you. Groups of men, by the way, if you're being grumpy, you're being the jerk that day, and somebody starts busting your balls, and you get pissy, you're ostracized. You're ostracized until you're willing to act the fool. That's what's happening in this poem. Our speaker has poopy pants. Our speaker having a day that he rues. Our speaker having a tough go of things. He is dour. He is out of it. He is angry. He is sour. He goes out that way into nature, and there is a crow on the top of the tree that spots him and says, "Hey, you, I see you, jerk. I'm going to knock some snow on your head." That makes our speaker suddenly aware of how seriously he had been taking himself. Just like that guy in your friend group, when you are taking yourself too seriously, he busts your chops, takes you down a couple notches, and what? Stops you from doing something stupid. Stops you from doing something to ruin something for yourself. We go out into the world and we are angry. We are more likely to ruin something for ourselves. We go out into the world with this chip on our shoulder. We can alienate, we can hurt, we can harm, we can disgrace. But with that snow knocked on our head, with our chops officially busted, we take a step back, realize how seriously we had been taking ourselves and our scenarios, our situations. We realize what we were about to do, go out into the world with a face full of anger and rage, was probably a mistake. The way a crow shook down on me the dust of snow from a hemlock tree has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of a day I had rued. That, I think, that kinship with nature, kinship with the crow, kinship with birds, is what is being expressed in this poem. Thank you for joining me. That's all I have for this poetry discussion. If you like or appreciate what it is that I do here, hitting the like button really does help me out, as it tells YouTube to share this video with other literature lovers. And if you find yourself here by chance but not design, literature is the only thing I talk about on this channel. There's poetry every Monday, and I hope to have you back for the next one.